she is. All right, Sacred Conversations with Wendy Bee. Welcome, Wendy, for your own segment. It's exciting.
Yes, yes. The first time I get to be the one that's in the front. So I got to admit, I am a little bit nervous, but we'll be all right.
All right, so give us a little bit of background of people who don't know who you are. You're here with Dana, and then we've done some other things of who you are and what you do.
So I said it once before. I think I'm the Swiss Army healer, I guess you could say. I cover a bunch of different modalities, as well as looking at all the stuff in nature, crystals, herbs. I like to be able to bring healing in a very natural, easy way. And so welcome to Sacred Conversations. I wanted to start off with something that most of us, being that it's Monday, a lot of us start off the day with stress, anxiety, and all these types of things. So I wanted to offer user-friendly, 101 type things that can actually help us through the day. So, bring a little bit of whimsy, a little bit of magic in our everyday, I want to be careful about using the word ritual, but ritual practices, things that can get us going on a Monday when we're going to start off the week. So we think about Mondays, a lot of people dread Mondays, manic Mondays and these kinds of things. So I figured that being that it's lunchtime, we grab ourselves a cup of water, make ourselves a cup of tea.
Donuts.
And if we're looking to lower anxiety and these kinds of things, number one, the donuts will definitely do it every time, especially good ones. But I figured like we start off, some time ago, I'll start off with this story. Some time ago, I was working with a client who was telling me all the time that her son was having a hard time sleeping. So doesn't like teas, doesn't like to drink it. So I said to her one day, why don't you just brew some of what I have here? So chamomile, which is this way here, and lavender tea. Both of those things are known for calming down, for relaxing. It smells delicious. So drinking that tea or making that tea in the story for her, I told her, brew up a tea as if you were to drink it. And when you're done, you take that water, steep out whatever you've got there, and put it in a bathtub. Put bubbles if you want to in there. And she said that, I got a message from her a day or two later. She said, Wendy, that was amazing. My son slept through the day, through the night. He doesn't normally sleep. He had a lot of anxiety, couldn't get himself settled. So she said, I tried that. And she says, and I actually had a cup of tea myself of the same thing. So I drank one for me, made one for his bath, and came out a brand new child. Now, my son now, he's going to be 22. He's also on the spectrum. And my son was very heat sensitive. So when we go out to the park, you would think that would make your kid sleep. No, it would just fly my kid off the handle. So one day we discovered the magic of the bath and this kind of thing. So we brewed our tea, gave him his bubbles, and kid came out of the bathtub. It was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And we discovered that for him, the water, the scents, the bubbles, they all helped settle him down. So coming full circle, my mom has anxiety. She's not one that really likes teas too much. She'll have her certain ones, but that really kicked open the door where I started recommending certain different teas for somebody, to just help them settle down, whatever it is. And I've got several different things here. I've got sunflower. Now, some of these herbs, I even harvest them from my own garden. I've grown sunflowers, so once the sunflowers are gone, I would dry off the petals and keep them. There's some hibiscus here. There's rose petals that are also from my garden, and they're kind of like shredded up because I put them in the little thing in a shredder so that I can put them with a teaspoon or whatnot into their waters and make their different things. So all forward with all of these things that are here, you pick your favorite herb. And some of those, I'm going to actually do something here.
How would people know what herb? When I want rose, and then where do I get them? Do I go to like Trader Joe's, buy the flowers, and then steep them, or how does it work?
So I would say there's a couple of ways. You'll see that I have a couple of boxes here. Some people don't want to do the full herbs like I have here. Some people I love my own apothecary, so I have all types of herbs in my garden. But say you don't want to do all of this and you want something easy. So here you'll see that this is organic. I'm not sponsoring any of these brands that are here, but there's teas here. Let me open this up, and it's a tea bag. It's all ready to go. It's got your lavender and your chamomile in here. So you open up your tea, boil your water, and I'm going to drop this right in there. and you let it steep. Obviously, this would be hot water, so you let that steep and enjoy it. You can put it with your agave, you can put it with your honey and sweeten it. I don't tend to like to use sugar for these types of things. I like to use the natural sweeteners. So that's pretty good there. The other thing that I love about this is eventually you'll see with the hibiscus that it starts to turn the water red. So I kind of put it in there so over time we'll start to see it turn that beautiful red. It's also something that if you give yourself 5 minutes, it's a ritual within itself. It's a practice where you can sit and enjoy that cup of coffee. Cup of tea. You can tell that I've had too much coffee today. So the other thing is, when we talk sacred, we can simply make it and brew it and enjoy it. Some of us who are more intuitive, we can put our hands around it, put a prayer or an intent. I'm going to have a great week this week. Take out a minute on a Monday and just sit into that space. What do you wish to create? When we're at lunch, my husband will typically take his lunch quietly from other people because he's around so many people. So I would say if you have that opportunity where you're working and you have, your lunch break, take out your lunch break, take out 5 minutes, brew a tea and be intentional. Close your eyes and just block out everything. And that becomes a sacred moment. So just starting off at a basic, it doesn't have to be where you're sitting, meditating, holding a crystal or this kind of thing. The sacred moments are in moments. And so you enjoy what it is with your herbs, however you want to get them, whether a bag. This is another one, which it'll do the same thing here. That's why they're sitting next to one another. So I need a moment to settle down myself.
So let me ask you another question. How do you clear your mind? You can have a cup of tea, right? Sally's from England, have a lovely cup of tea, but it doesn't mean you're going to settle down. So in your intuitive experience, if I take my tea and I hold it and I breathe in and then I get a phone call from, I don't know, my kids, or my husband starts yapping in my ear, how do we just clear that space and say, this is my time?
Yep.
And clear it and know what you need out of it.
So you ask for just, give me a minute. My husband and I and my son, we have like little hand gestures that we give one another.
Like this.
I got one of those.
Yeah, we got several of them. So I've always told
those.
my husband, if you need a minute, give me one finger. If you need 5 minutes, give me 5. And then that in of itself, you lay ground rules in a sense with your family. Hey, I'm going to take 5 minutes. Don't disturb me for 5 minutes. So it's just simply putting down your own parameters. It's really, really easy. It sounds really complex, but it's really, really 101. You take a moment and you say, hey, I'm going to take 5 minutes. Please don't bother me unless the building's on fire. I don't want to know about anything. And so my husband will do the same thing. He likes to make music and produce music. And I'm like, I don't want to be walking in on his thing. So I'm like, give me 1, give me 5. So with that first, you're already initiating that moment of I need my private time, ritual time, practice time, whatever it is, and put down the phone for 5 minutes. Put it on do not disturb. Put it in a different room where you're literally just there with your thoughts. Listen to your breath. Take 3 breaths and settle your spirit in. It's just with the breath. Right away with that just one breath, you'll feel everything just settle down.
Well, you gotta buy into it, right? You gotta understand that you're gonna detox for a minute. In my world, I used to take a donut and go in a quiet room, lock the door, nobody bother me, a cup of coffee. Your idea is right on the money. I grew up on that idea, but I did it to calm myself down. And in here, they make fun of me because I'll sit over there and then I'll sit over here and I'll sit over there. You know what? I gotta get away from the noise over there and this noise over here, and I gotta get away from this noise over here.
Exactly.
That's the way I do it.
Exactly.
So what you're talking about, you have to buy in. You have to
Yes.
believe that chamomile, which happens to be pretty good tea, is going to relax you. You can't be thinking about E = MC² to go to sleep because you're going to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
1,000%.
Right?
1,000%.
That's what happens to me every night. I get up at 3 and I go, now I used to have the Knicks as an excuse. I don't have that no more. But it's always something. It's either the business, a kid, or something else. Business, what donut am I going to make tomorrow? Do I make 1,000, 5,000? You don't know. You don't know what's coming.
So you just give yourself the permission to say, I am going to let myself off the hook.
Correct.
I'm going to let you've got to literally put yourself first on the list. We've talked about the oxygen mask. Whatever it is, I've said this before, it's whatever your entry point is. For some people, it will be sitting quietly with a selenite stick on their laps and just breathing into that. Some of us, it's complementary to have the crystal as well as your tea. Quiet space, a little gentle sound maybe in the background, maybe it's complete silence, but just the way that we signal, even here, you ring your little bell to signal we're going to start. Have something that signals that it's time to have that relaxation time. And 5 minutes goes a really long way when you're going 24/7, and I would say 28/7. But it signals that we need that little break. This is an entry point for that. You can couple it. You'll see that I've got crystals here. Couple it with crystals if you resonate. If you don't, then just stay at the basic. We want to keep, the acronym, keep it simple, silly, KISS. So keep it simple, silly. So you just want to keep it as simple as you can where your entry point is. Maybe make a little space where you put, some kind of a little table or something where you have the night before, this is my coffee, this is my tea, whatever your drink is going to be of choice, so that you have your first aid kit. So it would be your first aid tea kit of whatever your favorite herb is, whether it's in loose herbs or if they're in packets. This is really great. This I love right here because it's just boil your water, grab a tea bag. It's organic, everything's settled down. But some of us do like to harvest the herbs and use them straight from our garden if you're able to do that, or use the apothecary.
It sounds amazing.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Wendy. And how do people reach you for more intuitive guidance, for the grids, or for a reading?
So they can find me on wholisticblessings.com. That's my website. I have several social media pages. You'll find me with the same name on Facebook, on Instagram. I used to have a Twitter. I don't use Twitter anymore, but you can find me in those places. Wholisticblessings.com, on Facebook, on Instagram, and reach me out there. Send me a message, a private message, or email me, and my email's right on my website as well.
All right, sounds amazing. You'll be here Wednesday as well with Dana.
Go. Yes, absolutely. I look forward to that too.
I don't know what we're talking about on Wednesday. Thank you. Well, welcome.
Thank you so
much. First Monday segment.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Maybe Freddie's going to settle in with a donut or some tea or coffee. I don't know. We'll see. When we come back, we're going to talk to Sally and Steve, see what they thought of the movie, and what else is going on Disclosure Day.
Nice.
More to come. We'll be right back.